Hello Capricorn, this is going to be a weekly reading from June 26th through to the 2nd of July. We will begin with the sound bowl just with one ping just to tune in before we go through your brief message this week. So you can join me if you like on an inhalation and exhale. Okay, Capricorn, let us see. I will be doing a very brief Celtic cross this morning. Please remember that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. If you're interested in personal reading, you can check out my website. You can book directly on it, loveitoormore.com. Information in the description box below, or contact me on this video. All right, in the comments box below. I will be as brief as I can. I may not show all the cards because I just want to, I know we've all got busy lives, all right? So, excuse me. All right, let's see, Capricorn. Whoops. The star card wanted to jump out, but we're not taking jumpers, so there we go. Okay. Capricorn. Right, I'm going to clarify a couple of these cards. The idea that the thing that's coming in at the moment is it's almost like you are betwixt, is the word I heard, betwixt between two really favorable energies this week. Your past energy being like this, like excitement, and the immediate future brings that too, but you're sort of stuck in the middle at the moment this week with a very positive outcome. But I'm just going to clarify a couple of these cards. We do have a couple of heavy cards, so I'm just going to clarify them and then we'll go through your message. Okay, and one please. Okay. Or anything else? Let me look at this one quickly. Oh, bless me, sorry. All right, Capricorn. So you this week we have options opening up for you at the latter part of the week, but for the most part you are really kind of like a little bit of an in-between stage. At the moment, you for the week the theme kind of really is a Three of Swords, which can talk about heartbreak. It can talk about kind of mental bodies causing a little bit of disruption, which is making you feel sad. So I don't feel it's really heavy in the emotional body, it's more in the head space, okay? But the thing that's crossing you is the Emperor. It's like you really want to take charge. Now, the Emperor really talks about being cunning and planning for the future and having a lot of strategy and kind of the things that you do in the world. But I think it feels to me like you've been chipping away, and you're not seeing the results just yet, okay? Because now what's happening is because the results aren't coming quick enough, you are falling into the trap of feeling very withdrawn, like disconnected from the things that you're kind of putting your work into. Now, we've clarified those cards with the Six of Swords here, the Knight of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, this really has to do with your money. This has to do with kind of your finances and where you feel like there's like an equal give and take. I remember if I remember correctly, your June reading for Capricorn was kind of all about assessing what you put in versus what you get out, and it feels like that is like it has a capacity this week to kind of make you feel really kind of, oh, for F's sake, you know, that kind of energy. It's like, oh God, everything I put myself into, blah blah blah, right? So what's happening is you are being kind of almost rushing ahead. You're almost like adding, we've got the Knight of Swords energy, which is kind of like forcing energy. It's like you're pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward, but it's almost like it's pushing forward to almost force an equal return of the energy that you're putting in. And it's got to do with your sense of security. It's got to do with your finance. So usually that would respond to work. Okay, but what's crossing you is the Emperor, because the Emperor says, well, you've got to plan ahead for the future, and you're like, I'm trying, but I'm just not seeing the results quick enough. All right. Now, your recent past energy was the Page of Wands, meaning that there was some sort of news that came through about work that was really exciting, felt like a rare opportunity, something that could really go the distance, but you had to like catch on quick. And so taking that momentum of a meteorite, as we know, they travel really, really, really fast, okay? You grab that wonderful opportunity, and you were in the momentum of that speed. But now, because things have been slowing down and taking much longer to overcome, it's causing this mental feeling of displacement, disconnection, and like, what do you need to do? Now, if you have a look at this card, she's actually cutting through an onion. And the onion, obviously, as we know, represents having multiple layers on things. Okay, so it's almost like you're forcing ahead, you're cutting to the truth, you're kind of getting, you're almost getting quite, it's a very cutting kind of energy. I don't know how to describe it really. It's more like, you don't want to be dealing with any kind of crap at the moment. You don't want to be dealing with any, if you are putting your faith in people and asking for support from other people, they're not quick enough. And you are wanting to kind of remove the crap from the situation, trim the fat, kind of get to the core, and let's get cracking, let's get moving. Okay. Now, the focus that you have, your kind of conscious focus this week, is the Nine of Swords. You're at the end of your tether. I feel like you're just feeling a bit like trapped. It's almost like a feeling of being trapped at the, what was that? Something of others? Disfavor of others? Not disfavor of others. It feels like you are trapped, but it's through no fault of your own. You are showing up. I've clarified the Nine of Swords, and it's coming up as a Nine of Wands, a Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so it's almost like you are in a position of concern and anxiety at the expense of other people. It's just like, for you, Capricorn, if you just had to deal with it and just move on and just kind of get things done, then you can absolutely achieve it in a fraction of the time. But now, because you're having to put your resources in other people, put your faith in other people, even delegate jobs to other people, it's kind of causing quite a lot of friction in your emotional body, in your energy field. The Nine of Wands is like you're just trying to push on through to create that sense of long-term stability with the Ten of Pentacles, something to do with your finances, your security as it relates to, what am I going to do the long term? What am I going to do the long term? It's connected to this idea that you had this good news with regards to sort of work or project or something that got you really, really excited, but it's just like you want it to go the distance, but all you feel is just like worn down. Okay, now this Nine of Swords reminds you that if you're not careful, the mental anxiety can shift into the emotional body. Okay, and the emotional body is not where you want to be feeling that energy. That is just going to lead you down a downward spiral. Okay, so it's really, really important to connect with the mind and allow the mind just to accept and acknowledge those natural worries you have, but not become them. So see if you can slightly compartmentalize yourself and your mental body over there and kind of go, I see you worry, I see you concern, I see you feeling trapped. That's not my reality. That's just a portion of what I'm experiencing, my life experience at the moment, okay? So try and see if you can separate yourself a little bit from that this week, but it is going to be tough. I think the reason why it's feeling so much more kind of frustrating for you is because deep beneath the surface we've got the three of cups. Okay, the Three of Cups really should be about celebrating. It really should be about coming together with others, kind of connecting with others, making stuff happen together. And all that's happening is that kind of other people are falling short of your expectations. Okay, so maybe there's something within expectations that it might be useful to sort of let go of, because sometimes when we persist in a certain expectation from other people, we can get very disheartened and very we might not get what we want, right? And that's not to say the other people involved are not doing their bit. They probably are. They just don't do it at your level. Okay, so deep down you're kind of like, but this should be a good thing. We've got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. For you, it's like, I should be seeing results. I should be getting the information. I should be kind of, I should be seeing some sort of result happening here. Even if it's slow progress, I should see some return on my energies that I'm putting forward, right? So that's what's causing even more frustration in the real world, because you kind of go, this should be a great thing. This should be like moving. This should be returning back to me, all that sort of stuff. But instead, you are still at the misfortune of other people not providing in due time. Okay, and it feels like it may feel to you like you're running out of time, but you're not. Okay, your immediate future is the Ace of Wands. Okay, you have this brainwave spark of inspiration that comes on in to try and do something a slightly different way. I'm not saying you got to negate people around you. No, 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 no. Incorporate them too. But it feels to me like this this spanner in the works that's come on in, that's causing like this frustration, has something to do with the approach, the method that you're applying. There may be a different way around it. Maybe this is the universe's way of kind of saying to you, Capricorn, those measures that you used to embrace before, it's not going to work for this. Okay, try a different way in, see if you can, and I feel like you're going to get that aha moment, which is really, really exciting. Okay, now for you, your sort of attitude at the moment is you want to be in that space of Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is really about feeling that you're connected, feeling childlike, enjoying things, kind of that kind of playful energy of where people are emotionally invested, but not in a way that has any return. It's just like they just are, there's harmony there, right? There's harmony, and it gives you the sense of nostalgia in a way that there were certain things in the past that you did work related that gave you that kind of sense of satisfaction. So that's the kind of focus you have. That's the attitude that you are approaching it at, which would be really, really beneficial. But it's how you see yourself. Whereas your environment at the moment, how other people see you, is they see you at a bit of a crossroads. They see that you're neither here nor there, that you still have a big decision that needs to be made. And so if you are working with other people, if you're needing other people to collaborate with you, or you're waiting on other people, that might give you a bit of a clue as to why things aren't happening fast enough. Because it may be that you are, it may be that they are seeing you as a person in the transition stages, not quite fully committed in one way. Okay, and it's I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that's what's come through. It feels like perhaps that could be the thing that's kind of the thing that's preventing things from happening faster. But I do think the other obstacle here has something to do with the approach. Okay, so you, with that in mind, what happens is you have that aha moment this week. You have that aha moment. Okay, and what that aha moment really talks about is you need to see things from two different sides. So, and I'm not saying you don't, you know, it's just that we got the sword, it's a double-edged sword. You've got the good versus the bad. You've got the enlightenment, and it may be that, and on this card as well, there is the all-seeing eye on the handle. So in order to get a handle on something, it requires an overview of not only what you want to gain out of a particular work endeavor. Even if you're starting a business by yourself, this tells me that there may be somebody else that will enable you to see a slightly different perspective, okay? And in doing so, you are going to have a lot more clarity. What that does by the end of the week is you got the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups basically says, now, there you go, Capricorn. Capricorn, now you recognize there are multiple ways to go around this, okay? Seven of Cups talks about having many options available to you. So maybe this little obstacle this week is just pushing you in the direction of seeing the openness, all the options that are there to support you rather than feeling closed off. So whereby a lot of the week you're focused on this feeling trapped at the bottom of the ocean, by the end of the week you're like, wow, I get to daydream. I get to play with this energy a bit more. And I think that's the vital message this week for you, Capricorn, is there are other ways to go around things. Maybe try a different approach. I think it's going to be hugely beneficial, and that is ultimately what the Emperor is trying to tell you. Okay, so I really hope that helps you, Capricorn. I wish you all the best. Just want to say thank you so much for all the likes and any shares or comments that you put, and the subscriptions. I really do appreciate it. So have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.